Hello, I'm Afiniki Akanet, author of Life Without Coffee, Choosing Happiness Over Stress. Today I will be reading from page 126 of Life Without Coffee. I've always tried to make the most of my quiet seasons in life, periods that others might consider an annoying wait, a waste of time, or an unfortunate delay have turned out to be very productive for me because I try to push myself out of my comfort zone to do things I've always wanted to do. I remember writing my first book during an unplanned year out of medical school, which could have, quite justifiably, been spent feeling depressed. Life does not always happen as planned, which is why we need to be malleable, so we can seize opportunities as they arise. It may not always feel easy or comfortable, but if the end goal is what you desire, you need to be ready to brave the pain to get the gain. As they say, do it afraid, meaning that you should do what you need to do in spite of the fear that you feel. I know a lot of people do this every day, and if you're one of us, well done. No one can see you shaking your boots when you submit that first proposal or attend that first meeting. All they will remember is that you did it. Some things come more naturally to some than others, but that doesn't mean that we should just sit back and do only the things that feel comfortable. I cannot imagine that the Prime Minister was born with the ability to address the nation. He worked hard to get there. The brain surgeon, the newscaster, police officer, high court judge, master chef were not born with their qualifications. They had to make a decision one day to step out of their comfort zone and learn a new skill or vocation. They might have always had an interest in the field or followed another person's example, but the important thing is that they did it for themselves. You will be amazed to hear that some of them may have even failed several times on their way there, and but that does not make them less qualified today. They are just as qualified as the ones who excelled in every area from day one. We must never let the fear of failure stop us from going for our goals. While I was reading that, I remembered uh, the exams in medical school and how people used to talk about how difficult they were and how some people have had to write the exams two or three times to pass, or how people have had to spend an extra year or two in phase one before they moved on to phase two because they failed their exams. And when people used to say that, thankfully I didn't have to repeat any exams. But then just when people said that, what motivated me was that even if someone had to repeat an exam, even if someone failed at first and did it again, what matters more is that they did it. At the end of the day, we all qualify as doctors. No patient is going to ask you, did you pass your exam first time round or second time? I'm not sure I want to let you treat me until I'm sure you passed your exam the first time. It does not matter. If your goal is to get a flying qualification, for example, if you fail the first time, second time, and then you pass the third time, when you finally have that pilot's license, nobody's going to ask you at what stage did you pass before I get in the plane. At the end of the day, it's whether you did it or you didn't. The one who almost did it and failed and forgot about it, gave up at that point, will never ever be able to work as a doctor or work as a pilot just because they gave up. Even if they went through all the training, got to the exam stage, did the exam, failed it, the fact that they didn't complete it and pass it means that they don't have the license, which is a common saying about almost doesn't count. So let's not let the fear of failure stop us, even if it's something that you've done and failed. If it's something that you really want to achieve, it's worth trying again. Yes, there are times when we just have to count our losses and think, you know what, this is not for me. I've tried enough on this. But then if it's something that you really want to do, you can keep trying, and that determination can get you through. In fact, not many people know this, but my driving test, I know a lot of people know I hate driving, but I could have just said, well, it's my personality, I don't like driving, so I'll just never drive. But I failed my driving test 5 times before I finally passed it on the sixth go. The theory test was absolutely fine. I'm very good at reading things and just giving it back. But then the practical of driving, I had a lot of fear that built up over the years, which is why whenever I got to the test, a tiny thing would happen that would just make me do the wrong thing and fail the test. But it didn't failing was not an option for me. I knew, yes, I'd failed, but I just had to have a driver's license to be able to do the job I wanted to do and to live the life I wanted to live. So I had to keep going back. Yes, it meant paying and going back again, studying, taking, bearing the shame of failing and going back again. But today I have a driver's license. Nobody's going to ask me when they see me driving on the road, did you pass first time or not? It does not matter. The point is, I'm a good driver today and it's fine. So I just wanted to encourage you in today's video to not let the fear of failure hold you back. Keep pushing, keep trying. If there's anything, any goals that you had before the lockdown that you're thinking, should I not? If this is the encouragement you need to go for it, don't let the fear of failure stop you. Don't let one or two or three failed attempts stop you. If it's something you really want to do, you can do it and you can try again. As always, I love to hear your feedback, your comments, your emails are always welcome. You can contact me through my website. Until next time, stay strong, stay connected.